What's up, y'all? It's DP Level Up. Just wanted to get on here and talk to you for a second, man. Let y'all know, man, y'all ain't doing this alone, y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all is not doing this alone. So this is I'm about to tell you the story of when I first started driving trucks. And I want y'all to look at this perspective, right? So if you the build up endurance, you got to understand the path that you about to take is going to be long and hard. And I had that in my mind when I first started. I said, man, this path I'm fitting to take, it's about to be hard. It's about to be long. It's about to be a lot of failures. It's about to be a lot that's about to happen in my life, right? But I was willing to go through it, and I'm still going through it to this day. But think about it like this. If you down this single 2-lane road and you don't see the end nowhere in sight, you don't know what's down that road. But the more you walk, and just picture you got some straps on your shoulder, and on the ground there's some weights behind it, right? And while you walking, it just keep getting heavier and heavier and heavier, right? Which that sled that you pulling, let's call it a sled, and we're gonna call this sled life, right? So bills, family, being the provider, problems, everything that occur right in life. So the more you walking, right, the heavier it's getting. Right? And you like, God, when it's gonna end? Like, you talking to God, like, God, God hear your cries. He hear you crying out, Lord, I'm ready for all this to be over with. Like, when I'm gonna get my breakthrough? I've been struggling all my life. Like while you walking, you talking, right? While you going through life and pulling that sled behind you, you talking to God and saying, you stop for a minute, right? Life knocked you down, right? There's been plenty of times life knocked me down, but you know what? God said, get up. And that's what I did. I got right back up. So having to overcome, all this stuff in life, being a truck driver. And people think, oh man, you a driver, that's an easy job. Being a truck driver is not easy. I don't know why people think that. You got to understand, the more you get paid doing something, the more responsibility that's on you. You know what I'm saying? There's a gas, there's a fuel pedal, and there's a brake. In between is people's lives. You understand what I'm saying? One slip up and you could kill so many people in this equipment. So having to learn all this stuff about the truck, having to learn all this stuff about the job, just you in general. When you go to work, you had to learn a whole lot about what you had to do, what you got to do for your livelihood, right? So every day we get up and take care of our family, you got to remember that's a step of pulling that sled. Every day we get up and go into work, that's a day pulling that sled. And this sled, it get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And it's hard for people to see the end road in sight because they've been pulling the sled for so long. But you know what, y'all? This is where that relentless come in, being relentless, right? Being so driven that even though that sled heavy, you know what you start doing? All that muscles and muscle memory and talking to God and removing all the negative, all that start getting stronger, right? You start replacing all that mess. This was gonna make you strong enough to pull that sled with ease. This is what I did to pull the sled with ease. That's why I can be off, y'all. I can be off for a day. And people thought I was at work because I'm always there, y'all. I always show up. I'm always at work. If I'm not there working, I'm here working. Well, I tell people when I get off from work, I go home and clock in. This is my clock in right here. What I love to do, come and talk to y'all and help y'all. You see what I'm saying? So don't think you pulling that sled by yourself. It's other people pulling their own sled, right? So I'm pulling this sled. I've been pulling this sled for a long time, y'all. But this is how I made the journey easier. is by removing all the negative thoughts and all the, the bad habits, and moving all those, cause that's what's weighing you down. That's what's making it so hard to pull this sled, y'all. That's what's making you want to give up and quit and not chase what you're supposed to be chasing. But on this journey, you're not gonna know when it's gonna be over. You don't know when the hard pull of the sled, when it's gonna get easier. But just know you gotta make yourself strong as possible to pull it. You got to make yourself strong as possible to pull that sucker, right? And when you get strong enough to pull it, this is where the hard purpose driven man come into place. The hard purpose driven woman come into play. Because when we grab that purpose and we hold on to it, there ain't nothing gonna be able to stop us, y'all. So every day I get up, man, I go into stuff I don't even be knowing what I'm getting up going into, y'all. You know how some of y'all got y'all day to day. You know exactly what you're going into. Every day I get up, I have no idea what I'm going in to do. I know I'm going in to save people's lives by keeping that truck in the road. And I know I'm going in to deliver some freight and pick up some freight. But other than that, I don't know where I'm going to be. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what the path look like. And it's been that way for about 4 years now since I started driving, y'all. So yeah, it get real frustrating at times, but you know what? You gotta understand that sled is gonna be back there, right? Because it's life. It's gonna be back there. But what we want to do is focus on how can we make that sled pull just a little easier. If we ain't removing the weights from it, well, let's make ourselves stronger to pull it. You see what I'm saying? Let's make ourselves strong enough to pull that thing, because we gotta pull it. You see what I'm saying? So while we on this road of pulling, then we got to understand something. This is where we break it down. This is where we slow our minds down. This is where we get more on track. Man, let me tell you a story. I went in one day and they had me in a box truck, y'all. A box truck. I'm like, man, why they got me in a box truck? I don't know what type of struggles y'all go through at work, but I'm telling you mine. I went into a box truck. I said, man, hey, I went and talked to the manager. I said, excuse me. I said, I ain't gonna say his name on camera, but anyway, I said, why am I in a box truck? My profession is tractor trailer. Like, a simple question. Well, they needed somebody to do that run. Okay, cool. I went out and did the run. Cool. It is what it is. Now, we go to work a lot of times, y'all, doing what we don't even want to do. Doing exactly what you don't even want to do. So that made the sled that day heavier. You got to realize the day-to-day problems that you go through at work make the sled heavier. So the more we can make ourselves stronger to be able to pull the sled, to get over these problems, to get over these fears, to get over these negative thoughts and these bad habits, we got to make the sled pull. We got to be strong, y'all. We got to stay prayed up. We got to talk to God and ask him, give me the strength. It's been times, man, I done went to work on an hour's sleep. And I was doing that for the longest, just had an hour's sleep. When you got kids, when you got newborns, you ain't gonna really get no sleep. That sleep, you might well forget it. You know what I'm saying? You might well forget it. Them babies wake up crying whenever they get ready. Trust me, I know. So pull that sled, be strong. You gotta understand strength, being strong, and being strong mentally, spiritually, and physically is gonna take you to the next level. Because that, like I said, the sled always gonna be back there, y'all. It's always gonna be back there. So sometimes you gotta be like, you know what? Sometimes you gotta stop and take a break. Catch your breath. You know what I'm saying? While you pulling that sled, take a breath. Because it's gonna be hard. But it gets easier. But in the midst of why it's hard, let's make ourselves strong enough to be able to pull it, y'all. Let's make ourselves strong enough to be able to pull that sled. Yeah, let me tell you another story. Man, sometimes when I go to work, you got to realize something. If it's not your purpose, you don't find it that enjoyable, y'all. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? We don't find it that enjoyable. We get up and provide for our family and get on with our day-to-day life, pulling the sled, right? So I go in, get everything, situated, hook up, and, do all the tasks that I need to do. Sometimes I might get a phone call. Hey, I need you to swing by so and so. Okay, hey, I need you to. Hey, I'm like, man, I'm in a look. You can't. First off, we can't rush out here on the road. So sometimes these dispatchers will send you a pickup while you making deliveries. Send you a delivery while you make. Send you another pickup while you delivering. Want you to pick up the pickup while you at the delivery. Now you got to rearrange a trailer, move the trailers and stuff. Now you got to rearrange the freight that's already in the trailer. Some freight we only got but so much time in a day, but they want you to do this, that, and the third, right? Now, I don't know about your job, but I know mine. Things get a little crazy. Papers get to flying. You know, people get to arguing. People get to cussing and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I don't think you don't want out here having it, having a time with it. It just, I done built myself up strong enough to be able to pull this sled that we call life. I done built myself up, my endurance strong enough to be able to withstand what we call life. I done built up my mental strong enough. I done built up my mind. I done built up my spirit. I done built up my body to be able to withstand what we call life. Cause it's not easy. No, don't never think. No, it ain't easy until we make it easy, until we break through, right? When we break through, then stuff will change. But until that breakthrough, we gotta go through the pull. We gotta be strong enough to pull it. But keep pulling it. One day that road, you gonna be like, oh, I can see the ink. I'm about to drop this here. I'm about to drop all the weights off this heavy sled. It's gonna be light. And you know what's gonna happen after that? Man, you're gonna be able to accomplish so much amazing things because you done built yourself up so strong, and to be able to withstand so much, it won't be nothing to stop you but you. That's the only thing that'll be able to stop you. So while you pulling the sled right now, just know it's hard right now, but it will get easier. DP level up, y'all. DP level up. DP level up. Invest in yourself, man. Go buy my course. Link be in the description. Man, thank God. I thank God every day for giving me the strength to do what I do. You understand what I'm saying? On both sides, on my passion side and the 9 to 5. So he get all the thanks. All right. I love y'all. I see y'all later. Peace.